Welcome to Second Listen Saturday on the Parenting Roundabout podcast, where we share some fun moments from a past episode for your weekend listening pleasure. Look for new episodes every Monday through Friday. Today, we are talking about trade-ins. And specifically, it has come to our attention, since none of us have this item any longer and have not for some time, that Target has a trade-in program for used car seats, which basically you take your car seat to Target and then your old, outgrown, broken, no longer functional car seat to Target. And they will give you a coupon for 20% off a new car seat or other large and expensive child-related items. So it's not really like you give them your old car seat, they give you a new one, but it's better than nothing, you know? Mm-hmm. I probably have old car seats like in my attic, because what do you do with them, you know? You don't feel like you could throw them away. Maybe somebody else will need one day and you will hand it down, by which point the laws will have made it unsafe and
totally
unusable.
Obsolete. And
like 5 minutes after your child, actually 5 minutes before your child outgrows it is when you have to get the new one for the new law. Yeah. So this got us thinking, you know, this idea of being able to trade in costly, used, and no longer functional items that you bought for your child and get at least some money off future large, expensive, no longer functional items for your child is appealing, you know? And what are some other things that we would like to be able to do trade-ins for, just in case Target is listening and wants some other ideas? I'm trying to think what I have up in my attic that I could trade in. What did you say, Nicole?
Dogs.
Dogs?
Specifically dogs named Missy.
Uh-oh.
She's in trouble.
Dear.
Anyway, more
Certainly
on that later.
There would be dog accessories I would like to trade in. But, you know, trade in the old flattened out dog bed for money off an expensive, nice little dog sofa.
Yeah.
I have quite a collection of dog toy carcasses, you know, where they rip out the stuffing and leave you just the skin. I have
and
lots
the
of
eyes.
those.
Well, those should be recyclable. The whole reason Target is doing this, supposedly, is so that those items get recycled in a earth-friendly way and not just, you know, I guess tossed onto a landfill. Mm-hmm. So, you know, certainly
Very
strollers fit in that same thing. I wonder if they do that with strollers, because your kid outgrows that. I don't know, what did we ever do with our humongous 2-seater stroller that we had when my kids first came home? That sucker.
To, like, the Salvation Army? Or?
I don't remember ever giving it away or doing anything with it, but I haven't seen it around our house, so maybe we just like left it in somebody else's yard and hightailed it out of there. I don't know.
That's such a California thing to do. Just stop and put it on the side of the road and keep driving.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of like yards, you know those great cool-looking play items you buy for your kids? The swings, the slide, the plastic house that they play with for 2 months and then are no longer interested in? There should be a way to trade those in, like, for another similar thing. Maybe amongst parents could just trade them. I'll take that thing out of your yard, put it in my yard. You take this and put it in your yard, and then we'll like, send it around the circle.
There must be kind of a swap group online, though, for that, right?
I'm
sure that exists.
Because they have such a short shelf life.
When we moved into our house, you know, my daughter was just turning 2 and my son wasn't born yet. And our next door neighbors had 3 daughters who were like teens and 20s at the time. Mm-hmm. So after a year or 2, they gave us one of those plastic Little Tikes slides, you know, like the big chunky plastic slide.
Right.
They gave that to us, and our kids played with it for quite some time. And then a couple years ago, when they started having grandchildren next door, we just took the slide and put it back over the fence and gave it back to the neighbor.
Aren't you responsible?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
We gave them the Little Tikes plastic picnic table, like kid-size picnic table, which I believe my husband trash picked. So from somebody else who was like, what do I do with this? And put it on the curb. He picked it up, brought it home, and then it went over to the neighbors at some point. So we're just passing this stuff around.
That is nice. You know what would be good is if you could trade in children's books the way you trade in college textbooks, and get some money off on future ones, or back in your hand. Either the book that you thought would be wonderful and your child isn't interested in, or the one that your child is interested in and you have read so many times that if you have to read it one more time, you're going to scream. Bring that back to Barnes & Noble. Say, give me a 20% off coupon. Let me buy something new. Please.
Like it. Yes. I was thinking of like the food that, your kid loves, and they only want to eat that. And then you go and buy like a Costco-sized gigantic supply of it. And then suddenly, that's disgusting.
No.
I will not eat that.
Yeah.
And then what are you supposed to do?
Yes.
Let's get
definitely.
that turned in.
Yeah.
Children have such a short attention span that it's... I remember this one Christmas where my son opened one gift and started to play with it. It was early after we had adopted them, and so they didn't quite get the fact that there are lots of gifts. So he opened a toy. He said, "This looks like fun," and he starts playing with it. And we say, no, look at all these other ones. So he dutifully opened all the other ones and never played with that other toy again. So somehow the message got in, no, we don't play with this, stay away. Even though everything we could do to say, no, come here, let's do this. It was like, no. You had your chance for me to play with that. You took it away.
You wrecked it.
I'm done. Exactly. I would have liked to be able to trade that in for something else to try again.
Mm-hmm. What about all their Tupperware containers and cups, the sippy cups, and the bowls, and all the plastic, and it just you keep it around because.
Maybe some other little kid will come and visit, and you'll be able to give them your plastic IKEA fork that everyone has.
Been gnawed on, and
my daughter still has a plate in her room that somebody gave her when she first came here, and it's been burned by the microwave, so it's got a big chunk out the side of it and blackened. She still keeps it for sentimental value, but it would be nice to be able to trade in and. Can we please give this a recycling home and give us a new version of the same thing?
Right.
I know, right? I wouldn't mind a new water bottle container thing.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my gosh. We have 20 water bottles on the top shelf of our pantry that we never ever use, and yet I can't throw them away because they're perfectly good and they're perfectly useful. And maybe one day I want to drink 20 bottles of water at the same time, so it'd be good to keep them. My husband is so ticked off about it.
When our city started recycling all the plastics, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it has the number on the bottom. I dumped a whole bunch of that kind of stuff. Water bottles and kitty bowls and that kind of thing. I don't know if it was legitimate recycled or not, but I tried.
Yeah. I also have mugs. There needs to be a mug recycling process that I could, because
oh my gosh,
I don't want to throw them away. Some of those have sentimental value also, and yet I never use them, and they take up 3 shelves in the cabinets. And my husband also is looking at those and going, "You use 4 of them on a regular basis. Can we get rid of the rest of these?"
Right.
No, I might want to use
one. Know. I might break one.
That's right.
Then I'll be out.
I might need that one in the back of the shelf I can't reach. It's possible.
Well, mine are becoming an investment item because apparently you can buy them on eBay. My Starbucks ones. You can buy them on eBay for a lot of money.
Wow.
So,
why?
I guess people collect them. They're like a collector's item. The Starbucks ones
with a different state.
I see. Yeah, you got to get the set.
Different countries.
Yeah.
So, I got to keep those in case they increase in value.
There you go.
My retirement.
That's what you tell him. I'll say that. You never know when that chipped mug from the Catholic adult group we were in 20 years ago might be worth something.
But isn't that where you met? You have to keep it.
I can't throw that away, even though I never use it. Yeah, I don't know. I like this. I like this trade-in idea, though. I bet if I could go around my house, I bet I could find a lot of stuff that would be
on a more serious note, though, with regards to trade-ins. My daughter did trade in her old iPhone and her laptop, her old laptop. She traded it in because Apple has a trade-in program.
Yes.
And she bought herself a new iPad, and I think she maybe paid $20.
Wow.
When everything was done and said.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that is a good one.
That's a very worthwhile trade-in program if you have old Apple products.
But you have to trade in relatively new ones to get that kind of money, right?
No, not necessarily. I mean...
Because I hang on to mine for like 5 or 6 years, and by the time the trade-in value is like 50 cents.
Yeah, no, they give a pretty good amount. Like, it's not... I was surprised. Like, her iPhone... What was the iPhone 6? What are we on now?
Huh.
And she got $100 for it.
Well, that's nice.
I think actually even more, $150.
Okay, well, worth looking into.
It is.
I don't remember what my son's was. When we bought my son a new phone, we were going to trade in his old one, and they said, you know what, it's really not worth that much. You might as well just hang on to it or use it for something else. So we did, but maybe that guy just wanted the commission on the give us the trade-in. I don't know.
You have to go with Apple. You can even do it online.
No, it was Apple.
You can put the model number of your item, and it will tell you how much they'll give you.
Yeah, we have a few old ones sitting around that I don't feel like I can actually just get rid of, but I would like to not have. So
all that technology that's just sitting around collecting dust in your kids' rooms.
There you go.
There is a useful space for it.
There you go.
Well, they should have a way to trade in a crib for a toddler bed. That'd be useful.
Cribs are another one of those things that eventually they tell you don't pass it on, cut it up into tiny pieces so no one can ever use it again. Right. Because it's going to kill a baby.
That's what happened to ours.
So you can't save it to hand down.
Like if you think about people that have kids spaced far apart or multiple kids, you want to be able to use your crib,
Right. You have to buy a new one every time.
Right. I remember one of my friends had a car seat that this was before the Target thing, and she was trying to figure out if she could recycle it or donate it or whatever. And she called, I don't know if it was the manufacturer or somebody, and they said, well, the first thing you should do is destroy it. She's like, what? Yeah, because if you put it out on the curb, then someone picks it up and then they use it. And
then you're responsible for it.
Well, exactly would you destroy a car seat?
I don't know.
I would not
take
know how to
put
it on your front lawn with some lighter fluid and torch it?
Well, it makes me think of Office Space when they just hammer the crap out of the printer that they hate, remember? I feel like you might have to do that. I don't know.
Never actually watched that movie, but I have felt that about a printer many, many times. But a car seat, is it's got an emotional value too. Your kid sat in that. It's your kid's crumbs that your kid made. Probably some toy is caught under the pad.
Probably puked in it.
You've wrangled that intimately many, many, many times to try to get the seatbelt right.
Yes.
There's definitely urine stains in it.
Yeah.
It does always
astonish
me when I see people hauling them around. I'm like, wouldn't it be easier to just carry the baby instead of the baby in the giant car seat?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't understand that. But anyway, that's not my problem anymore.